So anyway, let me tell y'all barbers something. DIY is why a lot of barbers are gonna DIE, right? DIY is the reason a lot of barbers is gonna DIE, right? You're gonna unalive your barber career if you continue to DIY, right? What I mean by this, man, listen. Barbers are some of the most prideful people. I don't know what it is about this profession that attracts prideful people, but man, let me tell you something here. Barbers have a lot of pride. I guess it's due to the fact that we are sole proprietors. We are self-employed, right? We are booth renters, independent contractors, right? I'm guessing that's the reason why a lot of barbers are prideful. A lot of barbers will never grow. Your social media won't grow. Your clientele won't grow. Your influence won't grow. Your barber career won't grow in general if you continue to try to DIY because of your pride, right? The reason I say this is this. And the reason I say that is this. As I maneuver in this game, I see a lot of barbers. They want help secretly, but then they don't want to humble themselves and do what it takes by coming to a person humbly, not just asking, but doing the things that it takes to get the help that they need in order to level up their career. See, when I first started attempting to grow my barber career online and all that, I DM'd a couple barbers that was doing what I wanted to do and got no response. And that was cool, because I understand you got a lot of followers, all that, and people jump in your DM with a bunch of bullshit. I get it, right? But the thing is this, I didn't have access to these people. I didn't have access to someone. I couldn't even pay for access back when I was trying to grow my barber career. And that's from social media to clientele, my influence, all of that, right? I didn't have a barber that I could pay to talk to them on the phone. I didn't have a barber that I could pay for their book, their course, their coaching, like their workshop. Wasn't nobody doing that then, right? I had none of that. So I had to DIY. I had to do it myself. I had to get in the game and learn how to grow social media by myself. I had to learn how to grow my clientele by myself. I had to learn how to build a brand that everybody know about and that can influence a lot of barbers by myself. I had to do all of that by myself, right? Reason I have all of these resources available for barbers to learn from me, and the reason my ass always on camera, the reason that I'm always trying to give game is because I know how hard it is to try to do it by myself, right? I didn't have nobody to point me in the right direction. I didn't have nobody to coach me. I didn't have nobody to mentor me, right? If I did, I was willing to, if I had those resources available, I would have been willing to let go of my pride and my ego and learn from these people or learn from that person. But these days, a lot of y'all barbers are prideful and you trying to DIY everything. There's people out here and there's resources out here now, but when barbers get so damn prideful, they cap their growth. You can get someone you can tell them, they say, well, people hit me up and say, hey, Cole, what can I do about this? I'll shoot some out there. Well, you may want to try this. Okay, they say, well, then what about this? Okay, well, book a call with me and we could go over your specific situation and devise a plan that you can use in order for you to grow. Then they go ghost. Not all the people. Some people booking, they doing it. But others, they go ghost. After it's time for them to pay for something, after it's time for them to put some work in. You know what that is? That's pride and that's ego. That's what it is. It's pride and ego. Sometimes barbers don't want to pay for a cheap ass ebook because they think that, oh, Cole gonna come up if I buy this book. I don't want him coming up no more than he already coming up. As if your one little purchase gonna stop me from growing like I'm growing. Oh man, I ain't buying his coaching. You know, I don't want him to come up. All right. I'm gonna come up anyway. Oh man, I ain't going to his workshop because all he trying to do is come up off of me. All right. It's gonna happen anyway. People booking anyway. It's gonna happen anyway. And see, your pride and your ego got you thinking that you can do what I'm doing better than me. So why the hell would you pay me to help you get to where I'm at? Because if you pay me, that's gonna help me win, right? You think you can stop that. Not a chance, right? You gonna go try to do it by yourself and it's gonna be extremely hard and you gonna take the stairs. And if you cool with that, I'm cool with that too. I took the stairs because I had to. Then I put the resources out there so other barbers wouldn't have to take the stairs. You could jump on the elevator, but you're gonna have to pay. That's the difference. We got small ticket to high ticket. It is what it is. But guess what? We're gonna get you where you're trying to go. These resources are available now. You want to be big shit online, but your pride is getting in your way from being big shit. You will never make it to big shit. You would never be a barber influencer. You would never be big. You'll never be a leader. You'll never be an authority figure in this game with all of that pride and that ego. That's not how they work. That is not how they work. See, barbers got this thing where they want to do everything by their goddamn self. Everything. Everything. You don't want to go to no workshops. You don't want to purchase any material that's investing into your knowledge in order for you to grow. None of that. You don't even want to watch a YouTube video, a free ass YouTube video. Right? See, pride and ego. See, there's only a small percentage of barbers that's gonna make it to that top level. There's only a small percentage of barbers gonna make it to the level I'm at right now. And Lord knows I'm gone. I'm going. I'm gone. And like this workshop I'm throwing, these ebooks, anything, these calls, these mentor calls, this the cheapest it's gonna get. So if you think this something, just imagine a couple months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, I'll be unreachable for the people that never connected in no kind of way, right? But there's only a small percentage of people who make it to that level of success in this industry because there's only a small amount of people that's willing to get rid of their pride and their ego. A lot of y'all became barbers because of your pride and your ego. You didn't want to work for someone. You didn't want to work for anyone because of your pride and your ego. You couldn't keep a 9 to 5 because of your pride and your ego. You don't like nobody telling you what to do. You don't like to follow rules. Only to find out if you want to reach higher levels in this barber industry, you're going to have to follow some rules. Yeah, you could do things semi your way, But in order to get to another level, in order to get to a higher level, you're gonna need a license. So that means you're gonna have to go to school or get or be a apprentice, right? Then you're gonna have to get into the barbershop and deal with clientels, learn the game, right? And then you're gonna have to learn to build clientele. And once you build your clientele to a certain point, your price is not gonna go up or none of that. You're not gonna be able to charge more. Your career ain't gonna go nowhere past that. You ain't gonna be able to educate other barbers. You ain't gonna be able to get a lot of influence online. None of that. If you don't get rid of the pride, you only gonna get so far. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna be out of there. Because you're not willing to get rid of the pride and the ego. See, anything that challenges you humbles you. Let me say that again. Anything that challenges you humbles you. Right? And I'm not one of them people that's telling you be humble, because I'm not humble. But as you're being challenged by different levels, you will be humbled, because it's going to be some shit that you do not know. And if you got a lot of pride and a lot of ego, that is going to be where you stop. And a lot of y'all have stopped. You capped out. That's it. You won't grow no more because of your pride and your ego. I'm telling you that right now. See, you got to be able to look at somebody that's on the level that you're trying to get to. Humble yourself. See how you can reach that person, whether they doing things for free or they charging you. Get in that room with that person. Get on a call with that person. Involve yourself with that person's content or whatever. Learn from that person for a minute. Then now you know more than the average barber, because you learn from a barber that's not average. Now you just leveled up. For one, you get to see something at a closer, where you get to get a closer look at something. You get to get a closer look at what they did or what they do to get to the levels that they are at. You get a closer look when you buy a book. See, you get the real details. You get a closer look when you pull up to the workshop or you buy a ticket for the workshop. You get a closer look. You get a closer look when you jump on a one-on-one call or you pay for mentorship from that person. See, then you get into the details. But it's only a small amount of people that's going to do that. And when you get that closer look, now, instead of comparing, you calibrate. See, when you calibrate, you measure. You measure their performance up against yours, and you say, damn, I see how hard they going. I see what they doing, and I see what I'm doing. I'm a bump it up a notch, because I'm not putting as much effort in as them. See, when you're on the outside looking in, when you're just watching, you're comparing. You saying, man, he got 70,000 followers and I only got 800 followers. Man, he get tens of thousands, even millions of views and I only get a couple hundred views. See, that's you comparing, and that's low vibrational. See, when you actually tap in, you can calibrate. Now you can measure, because you're seeing what it really takes and what it really took them to get to where they at. You seeing what they actually doing to be on a level that they on. Then you measure your performance up against theirs. And then you turn it up a notch. And then when you get back out here and you turned it up, and once you turned it up a notch, then everybody looking at you like, damn, he or she, they done turned it up. They dropping content, they cutting, they done changed their image, they done rebranded, they social media popping, they popping in real life, their influence is growing, all of that. right? And when you see that, when other barbers see that, you have turned it up a notch because you actually tapped into the person that you looked up to. They're like, damn. Then you become a leader. Pass the torch. But none of that is going to happen if you don't get rid of the pride and the ego. Some of y'all barbers think y'all big shit and y'all doing it big, and you really ain't doing shit. You ain't impacting nobody. You ain't helping nobody. You're selfish. You ain't getting no new information, no new game. You ain't leveling up. You're stuck. You can holler about, oh, I'm successful in real life, so I don't care about no social media. Well, why don't you jump on social media and teach others how to be successful in real life? Oh, you can't because you ain't got no influence. You ain't reaching no people. Nobody's following you. Nobody's tuned in to you because you don't do social media, but you on social media commenting though. You so successful in real life, you ain't successful unless you help somebody. So if you successful in real life and you're holding your success to yourself and not trying to help nobody else get there, fuck your success. That's right. That's right. If you're a so-called successful barber in real life and you haven't grew your influence online by teaching other barbers how to be successful in real life, fuck your success. And you ain't successful. Because you're only as successful as the people you inspire and you help. Feel me? So I don't want to hear it. Your pride and your ego got you holding your little success to yourself because you don't want nobody else to figure it out, because you want to be big shit. You want to sit up on top of the mountain and look down at everybody and say, yeah, I'm him. I did that. That's what you want to do. That's not success. That's pride and ego on top of that mountain. And it's going to come down. See? I don't give a damn if you older than me. I don't give a damn if you younger than me and think you know more about social media and all that other shit. I don't give a damn. It's something you can learn from me. It's probably something I can learn from you too. See, you got to remain a student. Nope, I'm not telling you to be humble. I'm telling you to remain a student. Because I'm not with all that be humble shit. Because I'm not. But I do know when to let go of my pride and my ego. Because you need a little pride and a little ego to be successful. Just a little bit. But you got to know when to put that shit to the side, because you need to learn how to get to the next level. I'm going to tell you that right now. See, barbering was here before me, and barbering is going to be here after me. The question is this: what have I learned from the game that was before me, and what am I going to leave in the game when I'm gone? That's the question. Some of y'all ain't going to leave shit because of your pride and your ego. Your pride and your ego is going to stop you from even leaving anything for the next person to use in order for them to grow. I was just on live with 3 OG barbers. They consider me an OG. I'm the youngest one. They consider me an OG, but it was an honor to be on that live with those barbers. And these are barbers that's going to be at the OG Barber Conference next month in Dallas. These guys are staples in the game. One of these barbers was the first barber. He was the first barber to start popping on YouTube. This was before your 360 Jesus. This was before whoever else you look up to, right? This barber gave me my accolades. This barber gave me my OG Barber Award. This barber speaks highly of me. You know what he noticed? He noticed that I was giving back to the barbers that's under me. That's me understanding the game. See, you don't understand the game being prideful and egotistical. I'm going to tell you that right now. The coaching services in the link I pinned. It's just coldcuts.com. Somebody just asked. But you got to understand that you got to get rid of your pride and your ego. That's why you won't grow. See, you too DIY. That's why you're going to DIE. Your barber career is going to die because you too DIY. Your pride and your ego is stopping you from getting the information you need to get to the next level. You don't want to see nobody else win. You don't want nobody else to make $1 off you. Yet you say you want to network. You say you want to, grow and all this shit. But you don't want nobody else to make no money off you. When I go to barber events, you think they make money off me? Yes. That's what I'm here for. Make money off of me. Help me grow my brand. Help me put some money in my pocket. Value for value. I ain't got no pride, no ego about that. Let's get it. A fair exchange is not a robbery. But see, your pride, your ego, you gonna go stick your money back in your pocket and say, man, I'm gonna do this shit by myself. All right. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck of doing it by yourself. You wanna voluntarily take the stairs? Be my guest. I took the stairs because I had to, because there was no resources like there is now. Like I said, that's the reason why I got so many resources out here for barbers. It's the reason why I'm dropping content. The reason why I added that to my mission. My true mission was to personally develop and use it as professional development. That's my original mission. Right? And I added things to give other barbers what I didn't get. I seen a barber with a following like I got now when I didn't have a following. I DM'd that barber never responded. And that's fine. But because I understand I'm not entitled for you to respond. Their pride and their ego kept them from creating a funnel, or for them creating a pipeline for me to get to them. Even if I had to pay, I would have paid. But they didn't have it available because they like to be big shit. They didn't want to teach nobody else what they know or what they knew. So I ain't nothing like that barber. I got the following. I'm probably bigger than him now. I got the following. I got the influence. I've grew the brand. But I made the pipeline though. Because I'm not going to leave the pipeline out. I'm not going to leave the other barbers out. I'm going to take what I know and give it to other barbers, other stylists, other locticians, all that. I'm going to teach them how to grow online. I'm going to teach them how to grow their clientele, all of that. You're going to have to pay. That's value for value, but I created that. I didn't let my pride, I didn't let my ego get in my way. You keep trying to DIY, keep trying to do it yourself, and you're going to see your career die.